7 organs you don't actually need.
Brilliant news!
Number 1. Stomach. It may sound weird, but you can actually lead a pretty normal life with only half a stomach, or indeed without a stomach at all. This is because the majority of the digestive process occurs in the intestines. There are a few problems that occur from not having a stomach though. Food has nowhere to be stored, so smaller, more regular meals should be eaten so as not to overload the intestines. Also, the intestines find it hard to absorb vitamins D and B12, so supplements should be taken, and starches and sugars are usually digested in the stomach, but when the intestine has to digest them, it requires more water, which takes it from your blood, causing your blood pressure to drop. People who don't have a stomach or who have undergone a gastrectomy will need to eat less sugar and starch, take vitamin supplements, and eat smaller and more regular meals. These side effects make a gastrectomy a valuable tool for treating people with morbid obesity or other compulsive eating disorders. Number 2. Lungs. Okay, so it's not possible to live without both lungs, but it is possible to live without one, and in a lot of cases it can be beneficial. There are various diseases that damage your lung tissue, and in the case of severe damage or cancer, a pneumonectomy may be required. If before the operation you maybe had 50% lung capacity, after the operation the other organs have more space to move around, allowing the remaining lung to inflate a bit more. It's estimated that one lung can absorb between 70 to 80% of the oxygen that 2 lungs can. Number 3. Gallbladder. The gallbladder's job is to store bile that is produced by the liver until it is needed in the small intestines to help digest vitamins A and D and fats. However, the cholesterol and bilirubin in bile can solidify and harden into gallstones, which, unlike kidney stones, cannot be expelled from our body naturally. In the majority of cases, gallstones will end up in a cholecystectomy, the removal of the gallbladder. Just as the stomach is bypassed and removed in a gastrectomy, the food is dumped straight into the small intestine. In a cholecystectomy, the gallbladder is bypassed and removed, and the bile produced by the liver is dumped directly into the small intestine. Number 4. Kidney. Your kidney's job is basically to filter your blood, removing waste and excess fluids in a similar way that your car's oil filter removes impurities from the oil. Every day your kidneys filter all of the blood in your body 30 times over and produce about 1.5 litres of waste liquid, or urine. However, just one kidney is capable of doing all of this on its own. When a kidney is removed or faulty, the filtering units called nephrons inside the remaining or healthy kidney grow larger to be able to filter more blood. This gives us the possibility to donate a kidney to someone in need and still continue to live a normal life. Number 5. Spleen. Your spleen is also involved in filtering your blood, but is also one of the places that white blood cells are produced. The spleen can become enlarged due to an infection, or it can be ruptured because of some form of trauma. In these cases, a splenectomy is performed. When the body has the spleen removed, the liver filters more blood to compensate, but the drop in white blood cell production cannot be compensated, so people without a spleen are more prone to infection, and therefore must take preventative antibiotics and boost their immune system. Number 6. Brain. Judging by what we have seen on the news and the way some people drive, this one may not come as much of a surprise, but we can actually live with only half a brain. A hemispherectomy is an operation that removes one hemisphere or half of the brain. In some rare disorders where one hemisphere is abnormal, like in a form of epilepsy where seizures stem from one side of the brain, depending on the difficulty in treatment and how debilitating the seizures are, a doctor can sometimes recommend this operation. The operation is rare and not always successful, but when it is, patients no longer have seizures. Their intelligence is generally unaffected, and most can still walk, although they will have some paralysis on the side of the body that was controlled by the side that was removed. Number 7. Liver. Your liver is a busy organ and it does a lot. As we said before, it filters your blood like the kidneys and spleen, but it also processes nutrients and produces bile. Just as the brain cannot be fully removed because the number of vital functions it controls, neither can the liver. You can, however, remove over half of it for donation and still live a normal life. This is because, unlike the brain, your liver will grow back. The liver is made of hepatocytes that, when part of the liver is removed, become activated and replicate until they form a whole again. They are so efficient at doing this that you can donate up to 65% of your liver and it will completely grow back in a year. And this goes for the recipient of the transplant too. Their partial liver will become a full liver within a year. Humans have another organ that can grow back again. Do you know which one? Comment below and please subscribe for more.